Now we're going to switch gears completely and go to the Pilgrim Squadron Civil Air Patrol. Now, I had no idea how involved kids are in this.
Oh yeah, in fact, it's 12 years old and up, and they all become part of these cadets right here at the Plymouth Airport, and it's part of Homeland Security. It's actually, when it was dated back into 1941, just prior to World War II, these civil air patrols came into existence. So here are young people learning the value of defending the nation, and that whole idea of defense in a civil air patrol. I think you're going to see more on this clip about this, but it's pretty phenomenal.
Okay, let's take a look at the Pilgrim Squadron Civil Air Patrol.
When you see the color guard march through the parade, it's easy to forget just how young these kids are. They're so poised and well organized, you may not realize that most of them aren't even old enough for their driver's permits. The Civil Air Patrol Pilgrim Composite Squadron is really an amazing group of kids. They get together here at the Plymouth Municipal Airport, and this is where they practice their color guard formations.
We are part of the Civil Air Patrol, Air Force Auxiliary, and the color guard team does posting of colors at sports events, political events, anything like that.
For some young people, particularly middle school and early high school students, the threat of going to boot camp is something to be afraid of. For these young cadets, it was more than just a challenge, it was a chance to serve.
I had a friend who was in Civil Air Patrol, and I thought that interests me. So I went and checked it out, and I thought this is great. They do different things like emergency services, aerospace, and cadet programs, which involves going to encampment, which is a week-long boot camp that we go to, and I thought this is something I want to do.
I liked it. I enjoyed what we did here, the camaraderie, the training I got that made me kind of excel more in the program. So I stuck with it to the point where most of the other people who were on the team kind of graduated and I've taken over their positions.
Before Major Robert Yaeger took over, there had been a color guard here, but only on and off and nothing permanent.
So when I took over around 2001, we formed a color guard, and we've had one continuously since then. And the more experienced cadets teach the less experienced ones, and there's some continuity there. Right now we have a very good group of cadets in the color guard.
And now this group gets to march with pride in the America's Hometown Parade.
It means a lot to me. I get to kind of show what we've learned, what we've done, what we've trained for to a lot of people, and you know, a lot of kids don't get that chance at my age. A lot of people don't get that chance at all. So to me, it's very meaningful to be able to present myself in front of people like that.
At Plymouth Municipal Airport, I'm Brian Sullivan, PACTV Community News.
Wait about.
So like the high school bands, this group has a lot of youngsters.
It's local, and you know, the interesting thing is about the Civil Air Patrol themselves in 1941, they started out of the Maxwell Air Force Base in Alabama, and then every state was a wing of that, you know what I mean? So they're keeping that aviation symbolism there, and you'd have these units in all the states that would locally protect you. And I think it's very important to recognize that our nation has a tradition and a history of local protection.
Yes.
So that we're not just protected from afar.
Sure.
But we have individuals that are willing to stand up. And think of that in the Minutemen in the American Revolution. At a minute's notice, grab your own rifle. You don't have to have somebody else's.
And off you go.
And off you go to defend. And this is in that tradition, they have educational programs. They deal with emergency.
Yeah.
They deal with the emergency idea. They have this cadet program for young people.
Which is wonderful.
It's phenomenal. And they get to learn that discipline again. They get to learn those programs, and especially in education and learning about the nation's history, learning about what it takes. And those color guards are just amazing.
Yeah.
You know, when you watch them, when we have our honorary veterans concert or something else, and you see the precision in which they march out, the honor in which they value and respect the flag.
Yeah.
It's not the flag, it's the values of the flag.
Right.
But that is so important to the next generation, and that's why
pride,
units like
discipline,
this are just, again, phenomenal to see in the parade. And you can see how much they love being in it.
Clearly, yeah.
Yeah.
That was terrific.